FAANG changed the game. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. It was the first time that people really was spending money on the internet. And I have to chuckle because I'm old enough that when the internet came out in 1993, I remember Time magazine said nobody would ever shop on the internet. How wrong they were. Because now revenue is in real time, and it's based on views, subscriptions, clicks, and purchases. And they changed the game. Because now, instead of having a slow, predictable revenue stream that's manual, it's all automated in real time. FAANG now did personalized recommendations. It gave you insights into what you were thinking and doing. And have you ever noticed that you're on the phone and you're speaking and all of a sudden your ads come up based on your conversation? That was FAANG. But even as accelerated as FAANG was, and they made more money than you have ever seen, they outpaced our biggest companies like Walmart and General Motors and Ford, who had always been at the top of the chart, and General Electric. But their capitalization is a lot higher and it grew faster. Why? Because revenue was in real time. But even as wonderful as FAANG was, we are now living in the mango era. People go, what is mango? I know you don't hear that too much, right? That's my word. I stole it from somebody, right? But mango starts with meta. People go, meta? We're in the era of meta? Yeah, we are. Meta, which is formerly Facebook, has the largest behavioral data set in the world. They can predict, based on your Facebook, what you gonna buy, how you gonna breathe, how you gonna eat, what you gonna do with your children. Powerful, powerful stuff. Then I got Apple. Notice they still stayed in the process because Apple did something that nobody else could do. It has the best premium user economy there is. And I just want to know my informal survey. How many people got an Apple iPhone today? Raise your hand. See, the data remains the same because they say 80% of Americans have an Apple iPhone. Now I have to joke because at the time I ran a call center for AT&T, and when the iPhone came out, I remember calling all my people from across the country and said, we're gonna get a lot of phone calls that the phones don't work. And honestly, they don't. So we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time doing troubleshooting because ain't nothing you can do to troubleshoot. They are an iPod that's connected to AT&T network, but the phone service don't work. But notice 80% of Americans have an iPhone. Why? Because they sold themselves as being a premium user economy grounded by iTunes, which is revolutionary, right? Then I got NVIDIA. Notice it's not Netflix anymore. It's still an N. NVIDIA is the AI power grid. No chips, no AI. Let me say it again. No chips, no AI. Now, are they the only chip company in the world? They are not. But they got the boldest, baddest CEO there is. And guess what? He is so driven by profits. Then we have Google, who's still here. I don't know how long they're going to be here. They give us instant insights. And then we got OpenAI, who actually democratized AI for everyone. It was the first time in the history of technology in this country, that the technology came out to the common masses at the same time it came out to the techies. That had never, ever happened. Because usually the common masses are 5 to 10 years behind the techies. And that is revolutionary. So we are living in the age of Mango. So the question I ask you, what did Mango do differently? They are not driven just by data. They are driven by behavioral data. You go, what does that mean? They want to know insights of how people think, do, and whatever. The question is, when you're doing your job, do you consider behavior? This is what Mango looks at. how we work, how we innovate, how we decide, but even more so, how do we fail?